Greetings and salutations, my name is Deltran. Welcome back to the Friday show, filmed before a fake studio audience of toys that my children have left in the studio. If any of my 3 kids are watching, the correct number of toys to leave in here is 0. If you don't know what that number is, ask your older sister. We have a few things to talk about this week, but first let's take a look at the week ahead. It's actually pretty quiet, but that's because the calendar is sort of off transition, so there's going to be a few gaps. But at least from what we know, Saturday and Sunday are going to be a bit quiet. We're going to get the new Rival Domains map on Saturday. We're going to get the new Sacred Garden on Sunday. Plus, also, it's finishing up Golden Week, so we're going to be getting a couple of maps here Saturday, Sunday here, and then they're pretty much just gonna peter out after that. They're gonna stick around for 3 days, so really by the end of this week the special reward maps are gonna be no more. But on Monday the 7th, we have a new set of 3 Warriors maps coming out, so if you're free to play, this is a great opportunity to snag up a few more units to play with. Then on Tuesday, we will be getting the update that you have to download from the app stores and to be able to continue to play. And I'm going to talk about some of that a little bit later here. I'm hoping that everything works out well for Nintendo, because the Arena season is not going to start on Tuesday next season. It's going to start on Wednesday next season because of the changes to Arena that will be happening. But whenever a company such as Nintendo and IS submit a new version that needs to be changed and updated on the App Store, while there are a lot less of compliance issues they have to worry about, it's still definitely a rigmarole. Auditing teams go through and they take a look at the code that's being submitted. They take a look and make sure that suddenly they're not enabling tethering, that they're not doing some other weird backdoor kind of stuff. There's a lot of checks that go into it, and that's why it seems like at random the Android store and then the Apple store just decide to update things. So if you wonder why it's like not just clockwork, well, that's why, because they have no control over it. They submit it and then they just sort of pray to Naga that it gets released on time. And I hope it does, because the next Arena season does start on Wednesday. Then on Thursday and Friday, we have ourselves the preview and release of a brand new banner. So that's exciting. As of right now, we have no information on what that's going to be. We might get a sneak peek at what that'll be with the update that comes out on Tuesday, but maybe not. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. And Golden Week was busy for everybody in the Fake community, because here's a whole truckload of videos that this week I absolutely loved. Master Enix shows us that even mass destruction can feel rather whimsical. Mighty Leaf continues his journey to become a free-to-play player with another episode of his daily updates. Evenness shows us how to crush things like Gallagher using Legion. If you don't get that reference, don't tell me. It'll make me feel old. Verve is here to show us how the AI actually chooses its target when there's multiple people. Redrax73 has a beautiful, beautiful piece that he has done on the piano based on the genealogy of the Holy War. I'm guessing all of you have seen this SD King Otox and Chaz RLC collab that is the Poke Rap, but it's Fire Emblem Heroes. And if you want to see all those videos, plus find out what my absolute favorite video last week was, all the links are down in the doobly-doo. Go ahead and check it out. It's a great set of things. Or you could take a look at the card that's popping up right now if you're tired of hearing me yak. So Grand Conquest got a revamp, and I liked the revamp. It let me stay engaged a little bit more to the game. It did everything that I thought that it should. However, this really didn't change things for a lot of people. And I bring this up because I wanted to talk to you to try to get a broader sense of what's going on. Did you like Grand Conquest any more this time around, or did you not enjoy it so much? Personally, my opinion was that it was nice that whenever I was stuck on a losing team like the Salfons here, that we didn't get garbage. We still got a decent amount of feathers. Yet I felt like I was given enough resources because of all the spear crests that let me go ahead and enjoy the mode. So I was pretty excited about it overall, but that is just my opinion. Really, what are your thoughts? And now I want to talk about the changes to Arena that are coming. The notice for the 2.5 update's been out there for a while. We're not going to go through everything, but we are going to talk about the Arena change. It's the big change that's highlighted. And IS has come out and said that the reason why they're doing this is to get people to want to try their teams in Arena more. And I find this sort of interesting. Arena is not the problem mode that is out there. And I don't see how these changes necessarily are going to upgrade their level of engagement, but let's go through the changes. The first one is runs are limited to 5 in a row now instead of 7. That's actually a change that I don't mind one way or another. I've gotten plenty of runs ruined on that 6th and 7th run, so I like it only being 5. It feels a little bit friendlier. It feels a little less like work, I suppose. But otherwise, I don't think that's a huge change. I think it's just a sort of nicer one to cater to the community, and that continues the trend that we've been seeing in other things. They've been letting Tempest Trials be a little bit more casual and other things be a little bit more player friendly, and that definitely seems to be what they're trying to do, is make sure everybody does feel like they're included and can participate. So that's a fine change. I really don't care. Piggybacking off of that, now they're getting rid of the bonus that you get for being having a nice score for offense, and now they're sort of taking those rewards plus a couple other ones and are giving them to you once per season as you go up these chains. I find that a little bit interesting, and when it comes down to it, I think that is also yet another very player-friendly thing that's going on. The idea that it's there to sort of coax you to keep on going is good. The 4K-ish cutoff on score before was really just seems arbitrary, especially if you're a new player. That's one thing that I usually recommend everybody always try to get, is try to get to a 4K score so that they can get the most amount of feathers they have. Now a new player can just play the game and play the game the way they want to, because they don't have to get a certain score even. They just have to go through the arena. Which does bring me to point 1. It does meet their criteria a little bit. At least up to now. The way that you have things set up so that you do encourage people to just jump in and play, and the fact that it's like so prominent, it's not hidden away as something that you just know you get like you do in Arena Assault. The daily quests are cool, the items that you get for doing it are cool, but there's no upfront indicator that yes, you're getting a reward. There is an arena now, and I think that's pretty nice. Lastly, the change that I hate the most is that they're giving the Tempest Trial boost to the bonus units. They're going to be giving you your score multiplier in the arena now, which is plus 10 hit points, plus 4 to all the other stats. I think that this is... I think it's garbage. I don't see the reason why this exists. I understand that, yes, it does go towards furthering their goal of trying to get more engagement, but the idea that you could go ahead and just do this really just highlights how useless it is to make defensive teams. And that is your only control in Arena, to slow down your opponents and hope to naga that you actually can maintain your score. This particular change really does throw off for the people who like to min-max things, and a lot of those people are people who watch my channel because of the content that I do. Now you have to deal with this random unit every week having a huge buff. The only thing I could say that's great about this is that it applies to the Asker trio. So now they could go into these fights and they're not completely gimped. They're still gimped for score-wise, but if you're overcoming that with 3 other plus 10 armors, and then you still have to bring Alphons every 3rd week, he's going to be able to pull his weight a bit. Because essentially, other than him having even more hit points, it basically is him at 4-star plus 10 stat-wise, which is pretty nice. Aside from that particular set of circumstances, I wish this wasn't a thing. And maybe it's just me and my ego thinking, whoa, this isn't fair. But first of all, it doesn't even affect me as a player. If somebody loses my defensive team, they lose to my defensive team, and that's that. And it's going to help me win more when it comes down to it, because now all the bonus units I bring in are going to actually have that much more oomph to them, which is not, I mean, you would think you wouldn't complain about power, but when it comes down to it, I take a look at this and I do see it as a way that is starting to undermine any kind of strategic element to the defensive teams that you could have. It doesn't mean that you still can't do theme teams and put them out there. I mean, those are still a lot of fun, but that's already a service that you're doing for other people. The people who want to be able to take this and be like, yes, I made a defensive team that is dominating, that is causing a lot of trouble. It's not really a thing of the past, but you know what? It makes it just so incredibly hard now. But that is my take on it. I really wish they didn't do that. The other changes are absolutely fine. What do you guys think about the new arena changes? Let me know down in the comments below. And that is where I'm going to end today's show. Sorry that this rendition was a little bit late, but hey, let me know down in the comments what you think about the changes that we've seen to the different game modes coming up. And if you like your Fire Emblem information out and fresh like Grandma's cookies, hit that subscribe button. My name is Deltran. Thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate all of you. I truly do. And until next time, take it easy.